crazy. Yeah, man. So, hey, thanks for doing this. I'm looking at your website. It's pretty dope, dude. This is dope. Thanks for doing all this.
Man. Yeah, definitely.
I'm so touched by you and all these. There's such a big community of fans out there. I'm so blown away by it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. A lot of people around the world. So, a lot of fun.
Wow. All right. Hopefully, I won't let you down right now. Here we go. I will not let you down. I'll do my best.
Okay, PJ Byrne, and then he's the actor for Bolin for the upcoming series Korra. And
correct.
Great. Anything else you want to add about yourself before we get started?
In real life, I'm 5'10". I think everyone should just know that. Just going in.
Good to know.
These are just tips. These are just tips for everyone. And maybe as time goes on, we'll learn more information. That what color is my hair? Maybe it's brown. I don't know. Maybe it's a little more black. These are just questions to be answered in the future.
Gotcha. So, okay, first question. When I was doing a little bit of research about you, it seems like you've been in several movies over the years. Is this your first acting job? Or voice acting job? Sorry.
Yeah, I've done like voiceovers for commercials and whatnot, but I really got to hand it to Nickelodeon. That they found me and discovered that there was this sort of other part of me doing voiceovers, and that my voice can actually, if I go a little higher, I can actually naturally sound like, a teenager. And I never really knew that sort of inside me, nor did I knew that. And there was this other part of your brain. When you're doing voiceovers, it's kind of very different from, being on camera or being on stage, in the sense that, when I went to school to study about acting, you're so trained, to have your body as a part of, your tool, where in doing voiceovers, you really can just close your eyes and just be completely enter this like magic land. And, I got to thank Nickelodeon for giving me that opportunity to do that, because it's a completely different experience that I absolutely adore.
Wow, that's awesome. So Nickelodeon sought you out specifically? You didn't audition?
No, my agent sent me in, to audition for Korra, and then, it literally moved so fast. They're like, wow, your voice. And then they're like, and usually when I go on auditions, because I do a lot of, movies that are comedy or, TV shows, I just say unleashed, and then, I improvise a lot. So I think I didn't really know the rules of how to properly audition for, a voiceover job. So I was just kind of going on instinct of how I naturally improv and riff a little bit. And, I wasn't really nervous at all. And, they saw it and they just let me do my thing. And I think that will find its way into the show as well. Michael and Brian kind of, unleashed me a little bit to let me riff. Mm-hmm. And what's really interesting, I think, and the fans might want to know, is really early on, they got into my head very quickly. They understood my natural banter and what I think is funny, and I think they inserted that into the writing and into Bolin a little bit.
Wow, that's really cool. So they did like a lot of pre-research on you before and then adjusted the writing to do that. I just think us just chatting or, shooting or laying down the first couple episodes, they understood what I thought is funny and what I would sort of riff on what they were writing. And then, they're really smart guys, and they're super talented, and they have a great read on people and the world, and, they can just absorb anything and sort of, and process it and put it out, on the page. And it's funny, as time's gone on, like, where we are now, it's funny. It's like they really are, burrowed into my brain and would just say things and write things down on paper that I would naturally say. So I'm actually improvising less because they've really tapped into my brain. Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's wild. It's a wild experience when someone's like, wow, you've really captured me. So bizarre.
Sweet. So I guess that leads into another question. What exposure did you have to the series before you got involved in all of this?
Well, my nieces and nephews used to watch The Airbender, and, and obviously before I, went and laid down, like, the first episode, I saw the movie, and I watched, all the first season, and so I did my homework, and then, but once I asked, my sister's kids about the show, they started freaking out, and I think they're more excited about this than I am. They're like, I cannot believe yeah, I got Bolin, let's go. It's like, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. I mean, they purposely didn't watch it online because they want to have all their friends over on the 14th, and they're going to have like a big viewing party in New Jersey. So if you're in New Jersey, you know, kids age 6 to, 25, get over there. It'll be very exciting.
Sounds cool. Great. So I guess you've talked a little bit about how you got the part. So what's been your favorite scene to act so far?
My favorite scene?
Mm-hmm.
Or thing to act? Well, the great thing about it is, working with Janet and David and JK, and Michael and Brian put together such an incredible cast. And that's the good thing about Nickelodeon. There's like a great director that's in there with us. They purposely have the cast together, in the booth, so we can kind of play off each other and really feel each other's intentions. And the other good thing is that everyone gets along so well. So anytime you get to show up and get in the booth with everybody, it's a party. So there's no particular scene that I can sort of spot out, but you like going to work. And I think that's the good thing about Nickelodeon. I don't know, there's something about that building and that space where you walk into it and you're just 9% happier. I don't know what it is, but you're 9% happier, and that's a fact. And I don't think there's a plus or minus error there. I think it's actually 9%.
Wow, that sounds way fun. So you get to hang out with the other cast members a lot. I guess there's David Faustino as Mako.
Yeah, David and Janet, and we've all become really, really good friends, and it's nice. It's nice to have that. It's nice to go to work every day with your buddies. So, and then we got to do we're still shooting for a couple more episodes. We're laying down a couple more episodes, so it's more time to hang out with my buds.
Oh yeah, so I was going to ask you about that. We know, or I've heard that the first season the voice work is done for that. So what's the status on the second season? Is that in progress or?
Yeah, we're starting the second season, and but we're still obviously have to go do ADR, where we look, we watch the actual cartoon and we make, there's a lot of grunting noises I make, but also that's another scene where, they've made stuff down. They let me sort of rip a little bit about the scenario, maybe add something when my head is turned. So, I love doing that, but it's also an opportunity that we can see, what is coming. And I cannot tell you how floored I am, how amazing this thing looks. And every time we go in, I'm constantly in awe of, the artists, how they put this incredible picture together on the screen. Visually, it's just so beautiful. And, the writing's incredible. And it's just so fun to watch all the casting play out as well. You got people like Mindy Sterling and J.K. Simmons and, Eva Marie Saint. Are you kidding me? From On the Waterfront. It's like, how are they getting these people? It's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy. When I first heard some of the cast lists, they're getting some pretty
it
sweet
blew my mind.
Together.
It blew my mind. Yeah, I'm just like, what am I doing here? What has happened?
Well, I have to say, everyone on the site, when they heard about this, they love what you've done so far with the character. He's definitely a fan favorite. So good job.
Oh, that's so sweet. I cannot tell you how touched I am by all that. It blows my mind, and my wife's mind too. We're like, we can't believe, if you just put in Bolin. My wife's like, just put Bolin online. Like, these people are like, they're such big fans. I'm like, it actually makes me like, oh my God, I don't want to let anybody down. I want to, keep the spirit of Bolin and keep everyone excited about the character. And the good thing is, I think some great things are coming as far as humor, and and Bolin's going to grow a little bit, and I think people should be really happy with not only the show but Bolin.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a really interesting character. A lot of room for growth. Can you tell us anything about his what's in store for him or his future?
What am I allowed to say or not? I think at the core, I think where it starts is, Bolin is really just a happy-go-lucky guy, and in Bolin's world, everything's sunny. It doesn't mean he doesn't get scared in situations or, ominous villains won't scare him, but, he's a guy that always sees hope. He lives in a world of hope and happiness, and, he's super loyal. But I think as time goes on, I think he's going to learn that things aren't always so black and white, that, if you're my friend or you're not my friend, or you're my enemy or you're not my enemy. He's going to sort of learn that the world is filled with a little bit of, it's a complex world, and there's sort of gray areas in the world. And I think that's sort of an interesting, journey, for Bolin and for me as doing the voice.
Very cool. So do Mike and Brian tell you stuff like that, or do you come up with stuff, that kind of thing, as you go on, or how does that process work?
Yeah, no, that's just stuff that I think, as an actor, you want to do your homework, and you want to do I like to do a character bio, what his life was about, things he believes in. Here's a guy who's super loyal, he's very trusting, he loves his friends, and also he's a bit of he's a warrior and a hero in his own mind. So, these are things that you want to, when you're questioning a scene or how to do a line, or you always kind of fall back on sort of truly who is this character, and what are his relationships with the other characters. And, he loves his brother, and he loves Korra, and he'll do anything in the world to defend them. But, he's a little naive in that he's so trusting of everyone then after that circle who comes at him. So
Gotcha.
I think he'll learn to be a little more, hesitant. But that's sort of, I don't know, I think he overtly, but cause you got to be careful. He doesn't want to do too much, because that's what makes Bolin so loving. He's just a lovely, trusting guy.
Yeah.
And whether that journey for him to understand that the world's gray is easy or hard, we'll see how that plays out. But I know I like, that's sort of like me in life. I like, there's like a sunny world, and we're always going to find a positive thing. And, life is hard enough. There's no reason to sort of be negative.
Awesome. Sounds like a way interesting character.
He's great. I love him.
That's actually all the questions I had so far. So, if you have anything else you want to share with fans, now's a good time. If you had any other,
let's do it. I'm just so touched that the fans, are so interested in the show, and I promise that we show up every day and give it our all, and we're just as floored as them when we see the final product, and we ourselves are super fans of the show, and we appreciate all their interest and their love and support, and I think everyone's going to be really happy. And as time goes on, new and more interesting things will keep coming, and Team Korra, let's just do it, Team Korra.
Sounds great. Hey, maybe before we wrap up, can you do a Bolin impression?
Yeah. But you just heard pretty much. It's not too far from my real voice.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like what's up here. Everything is like really exciting. The world is fun, and I really like America, and I'm really happy that America loves the Legend of Korra. And if you have anything to eat, I'm starving. That's pretty much Bolin.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing how everything plans out. It's been awesome so far.
Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, Tori, hey, thanks for doing this and putting in all the time, and your site is so dope, and we really appreciate it. And whatever you need after this, don't hesitate to ask. We're always here for you. Really appreciate it.
Definitely will do. Thanks so much.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.